What up guys, I'm Thales and we're back with another how to slice. In today's how to slice video, we're gonna check out some awesome flexis. So let's go to the video. So this is the Sloth cute articulated model. As you can see, this is a really nice model to print. And in this video, we're gonna be checking out the best print settings to print it. So let's go. So first off, as you can see, we got three versions right here. We got the toy version. This is the magnet version for the fridge, and this is the keychain. So this is fantastic. As you can see, we got the point to attach the keychain, and this is a really cute version. So let's go to the print settings. So right here in layer height, we're going to be printing this model at 0.16 millimeters. This way we're going to be reducing this value. It's going to take more time to print because it's going to have to print more layers, but we're going to have a better quality print. So it's all worth it. Going over to vertical shells, we're going to be printing at 3, just so we can get a really rigid and dense model. So if a kid throws it in the wall, it's not going to break. So this is great. Going over to infill, we're going to be increasing to 10% just so we can get a really rigid model and solid model. We're going to be printing at gyroid infill pattern. Gyroid infill pattern is great because it prints in waves, so your printer never goes on a straight line. This reduces the chance of your print failing while printing the infill. Going over here to brim, the PDF recommends a lot brim. We have tested with brim and without brim, and we were able to print without any brim. But so first off, let me show you what's brim. Brim is a really nice feature to increase the surface of contact to the build plate. So right here, this is the surface of contact to the build plate. So all of the parts that touch the build plate is a surface of contact. So if you do not have a really good surface of contact, so let's say some small parts like this one, this is why you add brim, to increase that area. So it glues a lot, it has more area to contact with the build plate, so it's going to secure the piece to the build plate. So a brim is a really nice feature to do that. But on articulated models, sometimes it's quite hard to remove the brim because if you put some brim right here, sometimes it has some tiny grooves and it's hard to remove and sometimes loses the effect. We were able to print without any brim, but I would recommend if you're a beginner, you do not have you're not too confident with your print, I would add brim. It's quite hard to remove, but you can be doing some things to avoid and to increase your bed adhesion. To do that, I always recommend cleaning your build plate with some isopropyl alcohol or detergent to remove all of the dust from the build plate. Remove all of the dust and oils from your finger that will impact the bed adhesion. So bed adhesion is actually oils from your finger will impact a lot because it's going to make sure it's going to create a really slippery surface and the filament's not going to hold on to the build plate. So what I would recommend is clean your build plate, and if you can, put a really fine layer of glue stick just to secure the models. But if you're still unsure, I would recommend adding brim. So a 3mm brim is fine. For support material, this model is optimized for printing, so it does not need any support material because all of the overhangs your printer can print. Going over to speed, you can be printing at your standard print speed, especially for Bambu Lab printers. If you have a not too stable printer, I would recommend, if you can, on small parameters, feel free to choose this value and reduce a little bit, let's say to 55 millimeters a second. This is going to make sure that on small parameters, it's going to reduce the speed. This is going to make sure we got a really stable print. So this is nice, and make sure that your first layer speed is at a really low value because the first layer is the most important layer because all of the other layers are going to go on top of this one. If this is not printed correctly, all of the other layers are gonna turn out not great. So make sure you got a really slow first layer. So now let's just slice. So as you can see, we have slice and it added brim. as I said before, I would try to print this without any brim and with a fine layer of glue stick, and clean your build plate so there is a lot of options to increase the bed adhesion. But brim will help a lot. It's just a little bit hard to remove. But feel free to add if you're insecure and if you want to stable and guarantee that your print will turn out perfect. It's going to take 11 hours and 44 minutes to print all of the 3 versions. So this is quite nice. So grab a really nice film that you have laying around and print this model. And if you're going to print this in multicolor, I do recommend printing more models in the same build plate. So let's say if you print just one, it's going to waste the same amount of filament if you print 20 of them in the same build plate. Because to print the prime tower and flush filament, you're going to have to do that even if you have 1 or 20, and it's going to be the same amount. So if you're going to print it, print loads of them in the same build plate. This way you're going to save the proportional filament waste. So each model will waste proportionally less. So grab a really nice filament and print it. So the models are ready to print. Make sure to check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STL Flix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.